What's going on, guys? My bags are packed for West Virginia. We're making a trip to West Virginia, and I packed the whole arsenal. Check it out. I'm gonna show you what's inside. So we're gonna empty this out. I'm gonna show you everything I packed for my West Virginia trip. I pack differently for every single trip that I go on, and it all depends on the kind of fishing that I plan on doing. Now, there's always some kind of internal struggle where I'm like, Brendan, you are packing way too much. Are you crazy? And then on the other hand, I'm like, if I don't pack this and there are muskie there, and I don't have anything for muskie, I'm gonna be really mad at you. So I decided I gotta find some kind of balance. So let me show you the stuff that I packed. I ordered this bag from Kastking on Amazon. It took like a day to get here, which is awesome. That's like an awesome part about ordering from Amazon. Things come really quickly. But I thought this bag was way smaller. At first I kind of thought this bag was way too big. I mean, it's pretty enormous. Like this bag right here is probably 40 pounds right here right now, full of my stuff. I pretty much needed that much space to be packing for a week. I don't know what I'm gonna catch, so I need to be prepared to have everything. Okay, so the top here, I've got rubber bands because keep my rods organized and together without them banging around. Got hot hands because it's gonna be cold. Oh, side pocket's got my gloves. Yeah, there's a bunch of pockets all along here, which I like about this bag. Inside here is all my leader lines. I've got 12-pound leader line, I've got braided line, I've got 10-pound fluorocarbon line, I've got more braided line, just in case something goes wrong with my fishing reel, my fishing line. I've got the Kastking pliers, which are freaking awesome. They've got this little thing right here so I can replace hooks. It's got this to cut my line. It's really important to have a pair of pliers when you're fishing. I can't tell you how many times it has helped me. Okay, what's in this pocket right here? Oh shoot, that's where my worms went. I should have left them in there, they're stinky. Okay, gotta buy a new pack of worms.
Worms do not belong in there.
Worms do not belong in there. Okay, let's give this bag a open. Ready? Pretty much an entire condominium in here. Ugh. There we go. I got this bag from Kastking too.
How do you like that?
This is really awesome because I don't plan on carrying this big bag with me everywhere I go. I plan on keeping this in the hotel, in my Airbnb, and if I go, say I go trout fishing one day, then I'll pack everything that I need for the day just in my day bag. And this comes with me on my adventure, and I don't need to bring this whole big thing.
Oh, it looks so good, too.
All right, let me show you this. Hold on, let me show you this. This holds your fishing rods on here, so you can adventure with your fishing rods on your back. It's really cool because there's a tie right here to hold it completely in place, and you can really adventure with this. It's a nice adventuring backpack. So I brought this. Inside's got a knife, another pair of pliers, scissors, leader line, fluorocarbon, 20-pound. Lots of little hooks. And on the inside, oh, super salty squid. Lots of it. We're gonna be trying to see how well super salty squid works in freshwater. Let me give this a smell. Oh yeah. Yeah. This batch we made a little bit more scented. I found that the last batches that we've been making, they kind of don't really smell like anything. I wanted it to have a little more of a punch this time, and I think I've acquired it. It's got a little bit of a punch to it. It doesn't smell rotten. It smells like seafood. It definitely smells like it's got a nice pungent odor to it. As for the rest of my arsenal, I've got it separated into three or four different categories. This box right here, and this box is all my trout slash crappie slash like bluegill, kind of like smaller fish. So I've got like trout stuff right here. I've got tubes. Works for smallmouth bass, bluegill, trout. Lots of stuff we hit that. I've got jig heads, which are very important. Jig heads are a staple for me in freshwater and in saltwater. I'll put the jig head on something like this. Like a little fish like this. And you can do a lot of stuff with jig's head. You can put a piece of super salty squid on the end of it. You can put a piece of worm on the end of it. You can put a tube on it like this. One of these tubes fit well, except this is a little bit small. Just like that. Too small. Okay, so this is my like panfish / trout bag right here. I've got a box full of these woolly buggers. Whoop! Woolly buggers. These work well for stream in case I fish a stream. I think this actually worked for a lot of different things. But along the same lines, this is good for like panfish, trout. I'm sure a smallmouth bass would hit it. I'm sure a largemouth bass would hit it. Probably smaller size largemouth bass. Okay, that's my smaller stuff. And then I've got my bait fishing rigs in case there's catfish and stuff like that. I don't want to be unprepared for catfish. I love catfish. So I've got my sinkers, I've got my hooks, my beads, all the stuff that we include in our adventure fishing kits. Basically, this is just a bigger adventure fishing kit with more stuff and without a laminate. So I've got size 2 bait hooks, eye turned up. I've got, I think these are size 2 with a long shank right here too. But it's a bait hooker. You can see by these right here. I've got bigger circle hooks. I've got, I think these are some bigger J hooks right here. Beads, so that I can do like a Carolina-esque rig like this. Similar to that. And all sorts of different size sinkers. Okay, so that's for catfish, in case there's catfish there. Now here comes my bass boxes. I have not been bass fishing for a while, and it's kind of funny because the reason this whole channel started was actually because of bass fishing. Senko, hence the name Senko Skipper. Senko is this. This is a Senko. It's a plastic worm that you hook in the middle or you hook as a Carolina rig, and it'll flutter down just like this. This is one of my go-to baits for bass fishing. I can always catch something on a Senko. I've got worm hooks here. And worm hooks go really well in all sorts of soft plastic. Basically, I would rig it on this, like this. Or I would rig it on this, like this, and put a little bullet sinker up top. Jigging is also really productive for me. And then I've got my swim baits here. Jig heads, chatter baits, rattle traps, soft plastics, top water. I don't know if any top water is going to be hitting. It's going to be pretty cold there. So that's my bass box part 1. Part 2. These are my crankbaits. I've got lipless crankbaits. I've got small diving crankbaits. These will be good for like smallmouth bass and stuff like that. Crappie, bluegill. These are great as well. Actually, one of our friends sent this to us. A bunch of these, actually. Robert Watkins. Thank you for sending us these. We're going to have a great time using them in West Virginia. I got this from Mystery Tackle Box. Have never caught anything on it, but we'll try. I've got jerk baits right here. This is a nice Yozuri jerk bait right here. And I've got a deep diver right here. This is my dad's. He's caught a lot of muskie on this before. So that's my bass bag. Muskie bait. Throwing a big stock trout lure. This is a swim bait. Now, I've never really caught anything on this before. This is more like the size I throw for rockfish in saltwater back here in Baltimore, Maryland. But I know that a muskie will hit this, especially if they're stocking trout in that same lake. We're gonna be fishing an area called the Tigard River area. And they do release trout in there, so hopefully this might catch something. And guess how much I bought this for?
How much?
Two of these big soft plastic stock trout lures for $2.99.
Dang.
And I got that from Ollie's Market. Ollie's Market sells a bunch of discounted stuff, and I was very surprised to see such a big swim bait for $2.99 for two. Usually this would be like what, 20, 30 bucks? And if it was from a really fancy dancy company, it could be $100 for one.
Fancy dancy.
I've also got this cool, this basically you put it on your rod, you put your line to it, and it's a bait alarm. If anything hits it, and we're gonna be making a video out of this. We're gonna be making a video out of this to see how well it works. Anyways, let's get on with this. I brought my Kastking Speed Demon, which is supposedly the world's fastest spinning reel at a 7 to 2 to 1 gear ratio, something like that. It's supposedly very fast, and honestly, this is the thing I like about Kastking, is that they have products for like every kind of fisherman. I really like that they have like bags and all sorts of accessories that are pretty crucial when you go fishing. You don't often think about all the accessories that will help you while you're on the field, but let me tell you, having these accessories and having this little portable backpack has been very, very awesome. It's been very helpful for me. Anyways, I'm excited to use this spinning reel. It looks really cool. 7 to 2 to 1 gear ratio, very fast, very smooth. And the important part is that it's very lightweight. I chose this reel because I'm going to be casting over and over and over again. Especially when I'm doing freshwater fishing, stuff like that, I'm casting over and over again. And you really want to have a light reel so that you don't tire your arm out throwing over and over again. So this is a nice lightweight option. Okay. And I'll probably put 10 to 20 pound braid on this. It should be pretty good. I looked at the ratings, it's supposedly pretty strong, 25 pounds of max drag. Alright guys, let me ask you, am I missing anything? Should I pack more stuff? Comment below if I'm missing anything. I'm going to be fishing freshwater for like trout, crappie, bluegill, smallmouth bass, largemouth bass, stuff like that. So comment below. What am I missing that you would definitely pack? Okay, I'm ready for the trip. This is good. I'm ready. I do not regret packing all this stuff. I can tell you right now, because when I'm on the field and I see a big muskie or I see a certain kind of fish, I'm gonna think, do I have that stuff back at the hotel? The answer is probably yes, because I got freaking everything in here. All right, let's go to the truck. Oh my God. Perfect size bag. All right, guys, I'm about to head out. Thank you all for watching. I hope this was helpful for you. If you want to try any of the Kastking stuff, I have links for all of those in the description below. Again, I really enjoy using these products, otherwise I wouldn't be talking about it. And the best thing about ordering from like Amazon and Kastking is that it ships very quickly. It's really easy, it's like pretty much one-click buy. I've gotten this stuff delivered in one day, same day delivery for free before, which is like the best part, because I like having my stuff now. If you want to try the Super Salty Squid, SenkoSkipper.com. We have fishing adventure kits, we have tutorials, we have bait. Go check it out, SenkoSkipper.com. See you guys.